The following is a presentation of Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams.
Is behind him in the formation. And the handoff is going to go to Henschel. Henschel's got a gap and a seam. Henschel pile driving his way forward. Henschel to the end zone. Arms up for the Fond du Lac touchdown.
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association first place winner for best digital production in the state.
Stelmacher rolling out to the left, flips the hips over the middle. He's got him! Brody Highland to the end zone! His second touchdown of the day!
In-depth interviews with coaches and players, sideline reports, expert analysis, and top-notch production.
Takes a snap, gives to Schomburg. Schomburg, hole, right side! Sideline, touchdown!
Radio Plus Sports, a Wisconsin Broadcasters Association multiple-year first-place winner for best play-by-play in the state.
Cash it in, tie this thing up. Motion goes to Umentum. He'll line up at the backfield now. Williamson, play fake, looking, one-on-one coverage. Johnson, touchdown! Fond du Lac, a 27-yard strike. And there,
our sponsors include
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Sam's Well Drilling, Katie's Log Cabin,
Generations Lanes and Angling Only, PT Tire and Service, Pino Construction,
Verheg's Furniture Mart, Glamour Shop, Schaefer Auto,
Airtech, Coal, Oil and Propane, WIT Services,
Pioneer Keg, Lidke Lumber, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating and Cooling, Integrity Saw and Tool.
Let's go live to the Radio Plus Sports broadcast booth with Jeff's live stream, providing game day coverage.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the pit in Rosendale as the Laconia Spartans, Lady Spartans, begin their conference trek as they take on the conference foe, St. Mary Springs Ledgers. Justin Schwartzmiller here with Jordan King, Cam down on the main, or the portable, as well as Jacob. Jordan, welcome back to the pit once again this week.
Yeah, number 2 of 3. We'll obviously a big tournament with good competition coming up on Sunday or Saturday here. But all eyes, all focus for the Spartans and the Ledgers here on each other tonight. It's a rivalry. I would say over the past 5, probably even more than that, years, these have been the 2 premier programs inside the Flyway Conference. They've battled for conference championships. Obviously, Laconia, we heard Coach Weiss on Tuesday talk about how she still is not over getting knocked out with that undefeated team 2 years ago. Got knocked out in the postseason by St. Mary's Springs. So, yeah, this has been a great rivalry over the last couple of years. Two teams and 2 programs that have a lot of players that play outside, and I know Mayville does that too. Campbellsport has a lot of club players as well, but I know these 2 in particular, they have a lot of players that play a lot of volleyball and care a lot about this sport, and so that's why you end up having such good competition, and you end up having a lot of matches that end up going right down to the wire between these 2.
Well, it is funny you mentioned the whole thing about the rivalry thing and how Coach still has a bitter taste about it. She mentioned it to her girls today. She said, there's a lot of conference games I want to win, but this one I want to win a little bit more than every other one. While we're getting through that, we're going to run a couple more ads. We'll come back with a little more on the pregame show, and then we'll send it over to that interview with Coach Caitlin Weiss after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Trust AirTech Heating with all your home comfort needs. AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning a new building, whether it's commercial, ag, or residential, you need a building that will last. You need Pino. Our experienced design-build team will make your vision a reality. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to PinoBuildings.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, built better for future generations.
Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane. Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today.
We at The Glamour Shop pride ourselves in having a fantastic team that offers unbeatable customer service at rates we can stand behind. Our motto has always been, let's talk about hair. We're a passionate, team-based salon where relationships with our clients are at the heart of everything we do. Our experienced stylists work with you to create the look you've always dreamed of. Whether it's a cut, color, or a fresh style, we invite you to experience The Glamour Shop difference. The Glamour Shop. Call for an appointment today.
Welcome back to the pit in Rosendale. Now they're finally warming up. Had that coaches meeting over there. Jordan, these two teams obviously always seem to finish at the top of this conference. And once again, they're going to start the conference season early with each other. And I think that was actually the same way last year. They started off early in the conference as well last year.
Yeah, and you know, obviously Campbellsport and Mayville, a lot like this year. I think we expect it to kind of be a, you know, 4, you know, premier teams. I think WLA, by the way, has had a good start to their season as well. So I think WLA, you could maybe throw them in there. Is there 5 teams? Is there more than that? You know, we'll see. What does Lamira, North Fondy, and Amro look like? Amro's 4-4 right now in the season too. So, yeah, I think it's really interesting that you have such a heavyweight matchup this early in the season. Obviously, last year it came down to Campbellsport and Laconia right on that final day. Laconia traveled to Campbellsport, beat them on the road, and won the Flyweight Conference. But to have a match like this with conference, you know, we're just assuming that this is going to have conference implications. To have it this early, better be playing some good volleyball. Springs comes into this 2-7. Now, again, they play in the Beast of the Northeast tournament up in Appleton, hosted by Green Bay Notre Dame. They play pretty much exclusively ranked D1 teams in that. So, like, the 7 losses certainly jumps off the page, but they've played really good competition so far. It was nice for Laconia, I will say, to see Waupun, who I think is good. That's good competition on Tuesday, and I think that was good for them to, if there was any more rust, obviously the serving situation that we talked about on Tuesday, all those service errors, to get that out of their system before you get into conference play.
That will be brought up by Coach Weiss on that interview. She did talk about the
promised
service.
Everyone, I didn't listen to the interview, so I'm not trying to.
It was 100% in there, but for them. You talked about Springs playing in the Beast of the East tournament. Well, the Spartans got a big one coming in here this weekend with ranked LCL in there, who's 3rd in the state in their division at the moment. A very good Beaver Dam team. This
Pacelli Catholic is usually good as well.
It's going to be a fun tournament they got going up here this weekend. But nonetheless, you got conference matchup here from the pit. We're going to step aside and run a couple more ads on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Welcome to Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse. Here at Hookstra's Marketing Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. colors. So come on out to Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
All Phase HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All Phase HVAC today.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner, grab one of the daily specials, or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great.
Welcome back here to the pit, here on Jeff's live streams in cooperation with Radio Plus Video Sports. Jordan, why don't you give us some of the stuff we got returning here from the Ledgers for this season?
Yeah, Riley Gilgenbach is, a few names here for Springs that we'll talk about here that I expect to have kind of a big impact for the Ledgers coming into this season. They don't have any stats uploaded yet for their matches this season. Obviously, still early on. But Riley Gilgenbach last year, their leading offensive player at 2.1 kills per set, and Estella Ployce. Both of those are seniors coming into this season, and Ployce was just short of 2. So between the two, there's 4 kills per set for them. And then, Morgan Knockreiner out of the middle was second on the team. She's the leading returner in terms of blocks. I think the big thing, Lexi Kuhn from a season ago kind of was, she did everything for Springs. She was a senior, so you lose her. What does it look like this year for Springs? Annalise Kuhn is going to be she was a defensive specialist. I think, she's going to be the number one kind of ball handler for them in the back row, and the number one passer, along with Ployce will move back there as well. And so, I guess I expected this a little bit for Springs, maybe a little bit of a slow start as you just try to figure out what everyone's role is going to be and some of the rotations. And now they're out on the court. Annalise Kuhn is the libero this year. Lexi Kuhn was the libero a season ago. So got to replace a couple of players. Braylon Lewis is off playing in college now. She graduated from Springs. So look, good players for them. They have plenty returning, but they got to just kind of figure out everyone's role. And early season, not everyone looked like Laconia looked on Tuesday, where it looks like everyone has their role notched in and knows what they're doing. And not everyone looks like that early on in the season. And sometimes you're going to have the rust. And so be interested to see what that looks like for Springs as they kind of get in here to the conference season. But yeah, I mean, on the other side, like I said, Laconia, they look like a machine right now. Gabby Pino and Bailey Gable. I think losing Mariska Case and Palin Klotsky from a season ago, that was kind of my big question. It's like, you're going to be able to. Finley Morgan was a great middle. You know, she was going to be able to replace to a certain extent Tierney Madigan. We knew Kensley McCauley, if she was even a little bit like her big sister, she was going to be excellent. Well, turns out she is. And you know, I just thought that setter position, running the offense, everything that goes along with that. I mean, I would say it's been very, very good so far. 2 matches in for Gabby Pino and Bailey Gable.
Well, it's funny. You would think, like, with all they lost, there's no way that they'll come back and rebound. And I said this actually last year. We were talking.
Incredible.
I always remember who I was talking to. They're like, well, I don't know how they're going to be this year in volleyball and girls basketball. And I'm like, I'm going to be honest. I sat here when I was setting up my stuff and watched every JV volleyball match and every JV girls basketball game, and they were all blowouts.
Yeah.
I knew that they had some. It wasn't. It's not the same as those 4 or 5 girls, 6 girls they had last year, but it's a retool, and it's a very good retool in a year.
It's incredible because Coach Weiss has done such a good job, just like Coach Morgan has done such a good job with the girls program, the girls basketball program. You knew there wasn't going to be like this catastrophic fall off. If anyone thought that, you just really haven't, I guess, been paying attention to the coaching, because Coach Weiss, since she's come back, has done an excellent job. And she's set that culture. And like she said on Tuesday, those girls had to practice against someone. And so it's not bright lights in-game action, but you're still getting the top level competition that you possibly could, and to the standards that she wants. So I can guarantee you in practice, when they made mistakes against the really good, I'm sure she was letting them know about it. And so that's the other thing. It's like, it's one thing to play against them. It's another to play against them at that level with the expectation of a coach that says you still have to do it right. You still have to do it perfectly. And I just, even all of that said, I did not expect them to look as good as they did on Tuesday. We'll see if they can do it again here tonight.
All right, we will step aside and run a couple of more ads. We're going to come back with that interview with Coach Caitlin Weiss after these messages on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere. Hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry, our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Sam's Well Drilling is a family-owned business with over 75 years in the water well drilling industry. We can help you with all of your well drilling needs. Our crews are experienced at finding the proper location, setting up the rigs and equipment in all types of circumstances, and drilling to the appropriate depth so that you have fresh, clean water. Sam's also drills wells for commercial and municipal projects. No project is too large or small for Sam's Well Drilling. We at Sam's are thankful to be involved in supplying the well water needs of people all over Wisconsin. Sam's Well Drilling, well worth it.
For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving Waupun the best furniture and mattresses at prices you can afford. And we're honored to be voted Best of the Best Mattress Store and runner-up for Best Furniture Store in the Fond du Lac area. Whether you're looking to update your living room, find the perfect mattresses, or treat yourself in one of our relaxing massage chairs, we've got it all to take care of you. Visit us at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Don't forget to like us and follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Welcome back here on the pregame show on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Here with Coach Caitlin Weiss. Coach, a big win, and you're now on Tuesday. You're starting conference play today.
Yep, we're excited to get started, and it's always fun to start off with one of your biggest rivals in the conference.
You talked about it previously at the end of the match that a couple years ago you guys lost to this team in the playoffs. Obviously, these girls really don't know that. Most of them were not around during that. They were in middle school, but exciting for you, and I know you guys still have a little bit of a chip on your shoulder for this.
Yeah, and like our junior girls, some of them were on our bench for that game, and so they still know, and that was something we talked about a lot last season, how you can't take any game for granted, and just because you solidly beat a team doesn't mean that they're going to come back. And part of playing Laconia volleyball is like everyone's always coming after us because we've been pretty solid the past few years, and we run a good program, so everyone's always trying to get a W on us.
So you got a big win in 4 sets over a pretty good Waupun team. Well, take me through that match you guys had on Tuesday.
I mean, Waupun has grown tremendously over the last year, and I complimented their coach. He did a good job, and their passing has gotten better, and our girls, they didn't really follow our game plan like we had practiced, which was super frustrating as a coach because, you know, we waste all this time. We went over how every player tends to hit and did everything that we could, and then, you know, that serving really killed us, and that was part of our game plan, was serving certain kids, and we couldn't do it, and that really hurt us, and that's what cost us that what, second set?
Yeah, it was the second set, yes. Yeah. But you seemed to bounce back. The girls had a little bit of resiliency. Obviously, most of the sets were close. You guys got a bigger win in that 4th set, but
we only missed 1 serve that time.
I know, but that's the thing. You had 7 service errors in the 1 set. I believe if we counted it right, it was either 5 or 6 maybe. I wasn't writing them down, but Jordan was, and you went to none, and then Waupun started having some, and it was just like that, everything switched.
Mm-hmm. The momentum came up, the momentum changed, and the confidence in the girls, like it's their first home match. There's a big crowd because of the new, you know, gym, and I think the nerves just kind of got them too, and we got to get better at that. They're a young team. They got a lot to grow.
And that's another thing. You got a young team here who's starting conference play today. What is your message going into today for them?
They know the rules. You got to beat Springs. But, you know, just to play with confidence, and I think they really saw the difference when they played without confidence in that, you know, 1st and 2nd set, and then how they played in the 3rd and 4th set. And they could see it in themselves. They could see it in how they presented themselves on the court, like they weren't as excited, and I think they realized, like, if I just play my game, this game's way more fun to play.
Is it exciting that this is the first conference match of the year? This is probably what you wanted.
Yeah, like it's just, yeah, we're just ready to get going. I'm a teacher, so you know I love my summers, but I just kind of wish my summer away because I am just ready to get back. Like hanging out with the kids once a week isn't enough. I like to be here and be able to play with them and compete, and so it's exciting to get back in the swing of things.
We'll take away from what we got going on tonight. Big weekend for you guys coming up as well with a tournament going on this weekend. We will be here covering that exciting thing we got going on here in Laconia.
Yeah, I went and looked at the rankings that came out, and I saw, you know, Lake Country Lutheran, I think, is ranked 3rd in our division, so that'll be a good testament to us. And then all those programs are pretty solid programs. We saw Beaver Dam this summer. Their libero's good, their middle's good. Like, they're going to be a hard team to beat, and it's going to be a fun weekend and a true test of what we can do this season.
What are your 3 biggest keys coming into the match tonight?
Serving, communication, and just having confidence in themselves.
All right, thank you, Coach. This has been Coach Caitlin Weiss with Justin Schwartzmiller on the Integrity Saw and Tool pregame show here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams. We'll be back after these messages.
How do you make everyone's favorite buffet even better? How do you make the country's best chicken even more exciting? How do you make Thursday the best night ever? Wing night at Pizza Ranch. Boneless and traditional. A variety of sauces. All the wings you want, plus all your other buffet favorites. The country's best wing night is here. Taking flight Thursday nights only at Pizza Ranch. Everyone's favorite buffet.
And our good buddy Steve with us here at the other bar, Main Street in Waupun. Big week. It's September. It's football week. Steve, talk about it for us here.
Micah Parsons week. Yeah, come down and check out the Packers and the Lions, and let's see what's going to happen here. This is an exciting time to be a Packers fan.
Brewers, of course, in action. Of course, you can stop down. The game's always on one of your many TVs here, right?
Yeah, we've got the TVs on all the time. Sporting events, Badger stuff's on if you actually kind of want to come and watch that this year. But every time you come in here, we'll find something to watch. Golf's always on too, so come check it out. There's always a cold beer and a good show to watch.
11 o'clock daily when you open. Get that Friday fish fry in early too, right?
Yeah, call early for the fish fry, obviously, for your carryouts. Once you get to be 5 o'clock, you could be looking at an hour wait for a carryout. So call in early, get your spot. If not, come on down and eat with us and hang out and have another drink with us then too. $2.50 Old Fashions on Friday from 4 to 8.
Beautiful, my friend. Steve with us here. The other bar, Main Street. Waupun, go Pack, go.
Thanks, Nick.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. You're listening to Justin Schwartzmiller and Jordan King, as well as Cam Hatcher down on the floor and Jacob from Laconia. Got a couple students working with us now, and I like to see that the athletic directors, we reached out to some of them to see if we had some kids that would be interested in joining with us. It's good to, for me, I like seeing the kids doing the production style thing, Jordan.
Yeah, it's and it's really cool to. I wish something like Jeff's was around when I was in high school. I would have just to get some exposure to some of this type of stuff, and heaven forbid they end up doing things like us and at some point and broadcasting and doing a better job than us. So there you go. They're training our replacements.
Training our replacements. I like that one. It's probably very true to train our replacements. Jeff's probably looking at my replacement right about now, but that's besides the point. They're getting ready for the national anthem, so we will step aside and run a couple more ads. We'll be back on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams after these messages.
Here's Tyler Schultz from Werner Harmson, downtown Waupun.
Just expanded our business last year, and we got into cabinets and countertops. 2024, it's a great time to come in right now, right before your tax return comes in. Start remodeling your kitchen or your bathrooms. We have cabinets that range, really, really small up to really large vanities, nice countertops, and really make your bathroom or your whole kitchen come together.
Werner Harmson, furniture, flooring, blinds, cabinets, and countertops. Main Street, Waupun.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers, offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future, because that's what community banks do.
Precision engineering, rigorous attention to detail. A Bryant Evolution heating system is so well designed, it's as much of a joy to install as it is to use.
Good to go.
For the dealer nearest you, visit Bryant.com.
AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning to build? Whether it's a new home, remodel, or commercial project, you need a committed team that's dedicated to bringing your visions to reality. You need Pinot. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to www.rapinno.com and you'll learn about the Pinot difference. Pinot, build better for future generations.
Generations Lanes of El Dorado. Join one of our adult or kids leagues or bowl in our monthly Friday night tournament. Or get a group together for a family or corporate bowling function. We are more than just bowling. A great spot to bring your family for a meal. Awesome homemade pizzas and soups, as well as appetizers, wraps, and sandwiches. Daily food specials. Fish Fry Friday. Open daily at 11 with the kitchen open late. Ask about us catering your next function. We are home to Laconia Bowling and proud supporter of the Laconia Spartans and all student athletes.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? Witt Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, They offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, Witt Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today. We're
back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live. So we're going to take you to the Ledger's starting lineup. Freshman at number 6, Sienna Ployce will get the start. At the libero position will be junior number 10, Annalise Cood. Number 15 in grade 10, sophomore Elenos. Stella Ployce, number 17, will get the start. Riley Gilgenbach, number 18, number 19, Morgan Knockreiter, number 28, Allie Berkottered. For Laconia Spartans, per usual, Bassler will be your libero today. Gabby Pino, a junior, will get the start, as well as Finley Morgan, a junior, Kendall Plime, Hayden Johnson, Bailey Gable, and a sophomore, number 12, Kensley McCauley. So all underclassmen, or pretty much no seniors on that entire team. I mean, we talked about this the other day. How often do you get a team where you get to have them, you know, like a Mayville and a Campbellsport? 3 of them in the conference where they're juniors and sophomores.
Yeah, well, we talked about it. I know you and I had this conversation a lot last year, talking about the great sophomore class for both Campbellsport and Mayville. You know, talk about Leah Voskel, you talk about Ellie Smith with Emma Moraski, all those terrific players from there. We didn't know, because none of them got to play because of all the seniors on Laconia. We didn't know how talented this sophomore class was. I mean, obviously we knew about Finley Morgan. We had an idea about Josie Basler with how, as the season went on, she became more and more important for Laconia. But some of these other names for Laconia, Kendall Plime really didn't get a ton of reps out there. Hayden Johnson didn't get a ton of reps out there. Bailey Gable didn't hardly see the floor at all last year. So there you go. There's all sorts of sophomores now in their junior year that maybe don't have the experience that all those great players that we mentioned from Mayville and Campbellsport have, but they're certainly good. And then you look at a couple of juniors. Most specifically, Annalise Kuhn, the libero for Springs. There's another tremendous sophomore, now junior, in this conference. So, yeah, loaded with talent.
Pino serves, and we're underway. Played out of the front row. Berkottered sets. Spike off the top of the block. Goes up. Tip shot for Plime. No bueno. Ball going to roll over. Knocked up by Morgan. Cross-court set by Pino to Plime. Plime with the cross-court shot dug out by Kuhn. Berkottered on all the way across. And a tip shot, no good. We're seeing a lot of movement to the outside and a kill for the freshman, I believe, actually.
Yeah.
Sienna Ployce.
Yeah, nice little, almost looked like a slide. It wasn't technically a slide there, but good spot from Sienna Ployce, as you mentioned, just a freshman.
Stella Ployce with the serve off the arms of Bassler, and out of play, it's an ace.
Good start here for Springs. This is exactly, obviously in a rivalry match, it's always good to get start quick, but in a rivalry match specifically, couldn't have asked for much of a better start from the 2 Ployces.
Pino to Morgan, finds the back corner, it's 2-1.
Yeah, that was a perfect spot from Finley. Her first kill, nice and early here, but even on that first rally, every set from Pino right on the money, gave Plime a couple of opportunities, and that's just kind of what we alluded to in the pregame. Pino, there's another one of the juniors that really didn't get to play a season ago because they had 2 stellar setters in front of her.
Carter sets in the middle, tip shot, knocked up by Bassler. Nitz, it'll be a free ball coming over for the Ledgers. Kuhn with a deep shot down the line, got it. Tip shot all the way down the line from Annalise Kuhn. It's 3-1 Ledgers.
Yeah, really smart shot from Kuhn. Obviously from the libero spot, she's not going to attack a ton, but really smart and good spot to find that corner.
Knockreiner back to serve for the Ledgers. McCauley gets to it, back set. Off the arms of Stella Ployce. It'll be a kill on the outside. I believe that was number 7, Bailey Gable.
Gable,
yep.
Going to see her set a little bit here tonight as well. One of the 2 setters, and there she showed her versatility to be able to be an offensive weapon as well.
So, and I see what Steve was talking about on Tuesday with their numbers being so small. I can't tell.
Yeah, and the gold on the gray is tough, too.
Morgan with the serve is set up, and a deep shot, no good. Gable will knock it over off the hands of Annalise Kuhn. Vercotter in with the back set. Tipped over, not going to get enough distance on that one from Sienna Ployce. It's 3-3.
Yeah, and Laconia responds as we thought they might. That was a really good swing from Riley Gilgenbach and a nice job by Kendall Plyme in the back row.
And we're going to have a rotation error. First one I've seen of this year so far, and doesn't happen a ton. And, Ledger's coach is not going to be very happy about that one.
No, and I think she's arguing that was maybe the incorrect call because the Springs players haven't moved. There has been no change. So if it was then it's going to be the next time. And she's arguing that there was maybe a mistake on his part. So, but rotational errors, you can't have something like that in a big match against a rival and someone that it's likely going to go down point for point with.
Annalise Kuhn with a cross-court set, ripped into the net by Gilgenbach. It's 5-3 Spartans. It was a good set from the back row from Kuhn. Gilgenbach just kind of came down on it a little bit too hard.
Yeah, and Gilgenbach is a violent swinger. She's a lot similar to McCauley in that regard.
Deep tip shot. Plyme gets to it. Kept in by Pino. It's going to be a free ball coming over for the Ledgers. Annalise Kuhn to Vercotter in. She sets. Back to Gilgenbach. Off the block. Knocked down over. An overpass. Cross-court set. McCauley rips it down the line, and the Spartans lead 6-3.
Yeah, finally got Kensley McCauley involved. And, right there, just to highlight in the back row there, both Plyme and McCauley play all the way around. And you mentioned it, a nice dig from Plyme. And I'll continue this after this point.
Tip shot, Pino. Gable with a cross-court set to McCauley. She winds up, dug out by Plyce. Tip shot deep in there. This time they're set up once again for it. Plyme in the middle. Tip shot for Johnson. It's going to be a lift would be my guess, and that is the call.
You get lost with, 15 kills for McCauley and 11 for Kendall Plyme. Both of them, Plyme had double-digit digs, and McCauley was right there. And that's almost lost in how dominant they are as outsides. But they've been excellent in their first two matches in terms of playing that other side of the game, and that's just as important.
Addison Grotti checks in for the Spartans. Bailey Gable goes back to serve in the normally quiet Spartan student section, making some noise again today.
Yeah, well, you gotta have a little rivalry. Let the rivalry fire you up a little bit.
McCauley off the block. Vercotter gets it over.
Great
Bassler
job.
with the set. Gable with a tip shot. Got it to go. Smart move.
Great job sorry there, Justin.
No, you're good.
Second kill for Gable. Really smart from her. It was great hustle by Springs to just keep that alive off the block.
Out of the back row by Ployce. Cross-court set to Gilgenbach off the top of the block. High hands, not going to matter. Ledger's point.
Smart swing from Gilgenbach. That's a veteran swing right there where, you see the hands. There's no way off that outside hand that's going to be able to come down inbounds.
She'll go back to serve. McCauley gets to it. And she'll get the set back from the 10-foot line all the way back to Gilgenbach. Vercotter sets. Stella Ployce rips it. Nice dig by Bassler out of the back row. Set up for McCauley. She rips it off the hands of Kuhn. Stella Ployce off the arms of the block. Gets it to go. It's 8-5.
Yeah, we're seeing some awesome defense here early. Nice dig in the back row by, I think it was Bassler, and then you mentioned it with Kuhn there. Not easy to do.
That one just misses the line. It is another service error for the Ledgers. Gilgenbach rips it out. 9-6 lead for the Spartans.
Mark that down. That is 2 now.
Lauren Taylor will check in for the Ledgers. McCauley goes back to serve where she had a couple aces the other day. Ployce going to have to hit it over. Free ball for the Spartans. Gable sets in the middle to Johnson. She rips it off the outside line on the right side. It's 10-6.
My goodness, it doesn't feel like Springs. Obviously a few errors here and two 2 service errors and the rotational error, and you're talking about a totally different ball game. But it doesn't feel they played that poorly. They're down by 4.
That one's deep from McCauley. We talked about, here Coach Weiss talk about service errors being a problem. Well, that last set that they won so bigly on the set 4, they only had 1 service error, and that makes a big difference. Trying to limit those today in this rivalry matchup.
Yeah, she said she wanted 5 or 6 points, and if you're going to have an error, you better score 5 or 6 points.
Connor sets to Stella Ployce. McCauley digs it out of the back row. Gable with the cross-court set to Plime. Off the top of the block. And into the net went one of the Ledgers. Going on, I saw like a bunch of hand numbers there. I got no idea.
It ended with a 0, so I'm assuming it was Annalise Kuhn.
I saw a lot of numbers and not enough for me to understand.
Although Kuhn was in the back row, so maybe that was, I got the wrong one there.
Might have been 28. That might
Could
have been 2. Bassler with the serve. Off the arms. A couple people going to get it over, though. It's going to be 4 hits.
Good hustle. That's just one that's kind of tough.
We talked about Bassler. I mean, what we didn't talk about Bassler is last year when she got in, she was a lot of the time she was a serving specialist.
Yeah.
Caught her in sets to Stella Ployce. She rips it through the block and down. End of a run stopper right there. It's 12-8.
Yeah, second kill of the night for Estella Ployce. One of the leaders on this spring's roster. And you mentioned it, kill some of that momentum, see if you can't find a little here, tighten this thing back up.
Bassler in the back row. Gable sets in the middle for Finley Morgan. She rips it off the hands, tipped out by Burkotterin. A kill for Morgan. It's 13-8 Spartans.
Yeah, I was going to say, that one looked like her first swing, and when it went out of bounds, you kind of just knew that it had to have touched a Ledger hand on the way through.
Gabby Pino comes back in. She will serve, taking out Addison Grotti. Ball must have got really far away, then taking a little bit to get there.
Rolled through to the locker room or something.
13-8 lead for the Spartans in set 1. Pino serves. Dug out in the back row, a nice dig. It's going to be a free ball if they can get it over smoothly, but a nice shot from the 10-foot line. Set in the middle to Finley Morgan. Once again, a violent swing, but Kuhn gets to it. Burkotterin knocks it up. Stella Ployce with a runner deep. Good dig by McCauley in the back row. Set all the way deep by Bassler. Burkotterin with the back set. Sienna Ployce blocked in the middle by Morgan.
Great play by Finley Morgan. You know, her footwork is just so good. And that's what you have to have from the middle. That's what made Tierney Madigan such a good middle for all those years. And same thing for Finley Morgan.
Cotterin with the set in the middle. Blocked again by Morgan. McCauley to Pino. In the middle to Finley Morgan. She rips it off the arms of Kuhn. Nice dig from Annalise Kuhn. It's going to be a free ball coming over for the Spartans. Gable to Pino. Cross court. Plime off the high hands. Nice block in the middle by Sienna Ployce.
Yeah, great block by the freshman. And I'll tell you what, I will give Springs a ton of credit. Right now, the block is getting up, and in the middle, they're giving her the option. If you're going to, you can either hit it into our block, otherwise you got to hit it straight at Annalise Kuhn, and she's doing a terrific job in the back row, digging those up.
Ployce with a service error way deep. 15-9 lead for the Spartans.
3 serving errors now in this first set.
Scarlett Nitz, who had a couple of aces in that match on Tuesday, really got something rolling from the service line for the Spartans. She will come in and serve.
Very impressive.
Off the hands and speak it into existence. I wouldn't say it's a reverse announcer's jinx.
Well, and I'll tell you what, that's kind of similar to how she got her first ace. You know, it wasn't necessarily on fire. It wasn't she didn't hammer it the first time. That one's going to be deep.
Gilgan Bach got a hold of that one, but way long. But you can see there's a lot of knuckle and a lot of movement on there. And a timeout by the Ledgers, and we will take it with them. 17-9 lead for the Spartans in set 1. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
And Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
We at the Glamour Shop pride ourselves in having a fantastic team that offers unbeatable customer service at rates we can stand behind. Our motto has always been, let's talk about hair. We're a passionate, team-based salon where relationships with our clients are at the heart of everything we do. Our experienced style.
Welcome back here to the pit. Scarlett Nitz still at the service line. Dug out of the back. Rover caught her and sets it up for Sienna Ployce. Bassler to Pino. Back set. Gable pounds that one, but a good dig out of the back row. Once again, going to be a free ball for the Spartans. Nitz to Pino. Cross court. McCauley off the hands. Next thing they're going to say it's off the tape. Nope, going to be off some hands. Called by the top official. Had it on the outside official that it was off off the tape, but I think that was probably the right call.
3 straight with Nitz at the service line here. Going on another run.
Knuckleball just dropped over. That one goes outside the antenna. It's 19-9.
Yeah, and this Coach Weiss fired up. That's what you got to do. If you get in, not a ton of opportunities on a talented team, this is what you got to do. You got to take your opportunities, and Scarlett Nitz certainly doing that right now.
Just a little bit deep on that one. But you can see the ones that she connected well with, they all just dipped right at the net. They had a really good dive on it. Hard to be, and a lot of rotation. That's hard to be able to get it off your hands clean. Pino sets cross court to Kensley McCauley. She rips it off the top of the tape. Good play by Sienna Ployce to be there for the block, but couldn't get it all the way down was McCauley. It's 19-11. Retaining serve will be Morgan Knockreiner. Plime sets. Pino in the middle to Finley Morgan. Tip shot dug out by Sienna Ployce. Goes over to Gilgenbach. Out of the back row to Pino, to McCauley. Off the block, and it actually was off the tape. 4 hits, 19-12. Good little run the Ledgers are putting on here with Knockreiner at the service line.
Yeah, no doubt about that. And exactly what the doctor ordered, because that was, even out of the timeout, really wasn't quite as good as it had originally looked for Springs. And so a nice little run here, and it was important to get back into this thing.
Yeah, I think we have an injury timeout that we're going to need to take here. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live.
Let's work with you to create the look you've always dreamed of. Whether it's a cut, color, or a fresh style, we invite you to experience the Glamour Shop difference. The Glamour Shop. Call for an appointment today.
We are Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, and we have been leading a greenhouse here in Fox Lake since 1981. Family owned and operated, we provide beautiful flower baskets and fruit and vegetables to residents of South Central Wisconsin. We know the importance of having a variety of flowers, fruits, and vegetables available to our customers throughout the year. Discover the finest selection of locally grown produce, including sweet corn, tomatoes, and cucumbers, along with a variety of fresh fruits. At Hooksha's Marketing Greenhouse, we believe in providing our customers with the freshest and highest quality produce. Come visit us and taste the difference.
Welcome back to the pit. Hopefully Ellen Nuss is okay. Checking in for her will be Savannah Krusek. And Knockreiner will retain serve. She's been here for 3 straight points. It's 19-12 Spartans. Climb out of the back row to Pino. Sets in the middle to Finley Morgan. Just as she did the first time, rips it down to the outside of that left line. Ends the run. It's 20-12 Spartans.
4th kill for Morgan, and yeah, when that block hasn't been there to again force the hit over to Annalise Kuhn, when Morgan's been able to go cross court, it's been good night. And unfortunately, from the Ledger's perspective, that's happened 4 times.
And she rips one off the hands of 2 people and then falls to the floor. It's 21-12.
So that's a 3rd ace and just 2 errors from the service line now for Laconia.
Minimized.
I think Coach Weiss will be all right with that.
From what I heard, I think she made them do 5 push-ups for every service error that they had. I thought she was talking to someone over there. That'll make sure you don't want to do a service player again.
Well, that's why everyone's going to serve it deep now. I mean, come on now. That's counterproductive. No, I'm just kidding.
Counterproductive. I wouldn't disagree with that.
We can say that. I don't think Coach Weiss listens back. She has better things to do with her life than listen to us yahoos.
Are we having a rotational error question here? Are we saying that they need to switch sides? We're having a conversation between the referee here. Okay, there we go.
I think this is correct. I was actually kind of curious why Krusek was out on that left side.
Yep.
You know, she came in for Nuss, who was in the middle, and so I was obviously I'm not don't claim to be have a PhD in anything, but I was kind of curious.
I'm just as curious as you are. I wish I had a hot mic down there.
Yeah,
that's the next thing.
Too many coaches.
No,
too many coach and referee talks so far tonight.
I said to Jeff, I said we need a ref cam and a ref mic.
We don't need a mic up. The refs, no one would ref anymore. We already have a reffing shortage.
Nice dig out of the back row by Plime. Cross court to McCauley. Off the hands, going to fall to the floor.
That's better from Kensley McCauley. Her third kill of this first set. You know, she's kind of had, by her lofty standards, a slow start in this one. You know, she's had a couple of hitting errors, but she's still up to 3 kills here in this first.
Good run with Morgan at the line. It'll continue. Krusik rips it into the net. That's 4 straight points and a timeout by the Ledgers, and we'll take it with them 23-12 here in set 1 on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams from the pit.
HVAC sales and service is the go-to for heating, cooling, and geothermal needs. Whether it's sweltering summer days or chilly winter nights, they've got the perfect solution. Their team is dedicated to keeping homes comfortable year-round with top-notch installations and reliable repairs. Plus, they offer energy-efficient options that save money while keeping homes cozy. Trust All-Phase for all HVAC needs and enjoy a comfortable home no matter the season. Call All-Phase HVAC today.
Katie's log.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. 1 point from set point. Finley Morgan will continue her run at the service line. That is now 4 straight points at the line for her. That one off the arms of Gilgenbach. Krusik gets it up. Gilgenbach steps inside the 10-foot line and knocks it over. Set in the middle. Tip shot. Johnson gets it to go. Aiden Johnson tips one over off the arms of Verkotterin. It's set point.
Her second kill of the night. She's had a really nice first set here. So that's 6 kills from the middle now for Laconia.
Verkotterin sets. Back set for Sienna Ployce. Pino in the middle. Gable tip shot. Knocked back over by Gilgenbach. Gable will set once again to Hayden Johnson. Tip shot. Gonna find the floor, and that's set point. 25-12. Set 1 win for the Spartans. A very good one. We'll step aside, run a couple of ads, come back with some stats or makeshift stats that Jordan has over there. We don't consider ourselves statisticians.
They're officially unofficial.
Officially unofficial is probably the way to say it. We'll be back after these messages on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry. Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special? Katie's has you covered with full menu options. Appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, 3rd generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lomira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer.
Welcome back here to the pit on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. You're listening to Justin Schwartzmiller and Jordan King. Jordan got some unofficially official stats for us over there.
Yeah, 4 kills for Finley Morgan. That led the way in set number 1 for Laconia, 3 for Hayden Johnson, 3 for Kensley McCauley, 2 for Bailey Gable out of that set. Both of them came as she was a setter, so the danger there from her. And then for Springs, 2 for Estella Ployce, 1 for Sienna Ployce, 1 for Annalise Kuhn, and 1 for Riley Gilgenbach. 3 service errors and then that rotational error, so 4 free ones that Springs gave them in a 25-12 first set. So there you go. And for any Ledger fans that are tuned in, do we have a girls tennis score? They beat Lourdes New London 7-0 tonight. So there you go. A full sweep for tennis, and they're looking to come back and tighten this thing up in volleyball.
First point on an error from Morgan, couldn't get all of it. Cotterin will return to the line. Bassler digs it up. Pino sets it up. 10-foot line shot and a tip shot from McCauley. Beautiful one from the 10-foot line. A little bit of an error from the Ledgers not being able to cover the middle. You see their coach not very happy with that one.
Yeah, that's a tip from way too far away to let that hit. And if Kensley McCauley's going to kill you from the front, you can't let her have anything from back there, especially on a tip.
Nitz comes back in to serve. Tip shot dug out by Pino. Goes up to Morgan from the set of Gable. Off a couple of hands, it'll fall to the floor. It's 2-1 Spartans.
And this is Laconia, the danger of Laconia. I mean, you think back to Tuesday, Finley Morgan had, a handful of kills. She had a nice night, but she's already up to 5 here, and we're early scenes here in the second set.
Gable off the block, but they say it went off the tape and out of bounds.
Anytime the opposing coach throws it back to the other team, you probably know that the wrong call was made.
We're fuzzling here. Coach Caitlin Weiss wondering if it hit any hands, and we're going to go with no, so Stella Ployce will go back to serve. They're trying to get a rotation in here, and she will serve. Bassler gets it up. Nitz gets to it. Going to have to get it over. They cannot.
Yeah, and Coach Weiss is rightfully – now, again, the whistle got blown, so that's number one. If the whistle gets blown, you got to be ready to play.
Yep.
But Laconia had Kendall Plein with 1 foot on the floor, so, I mean, it really should have been a violation at that point. So, yeah, just a little mismanaged there from a refereeing standpoint.
Morgan rips one off the arms of Annalise Kuhn into the stands. We're tied up at 3.
Yeah, Morgan says, let's get that point back.
And we talked about McCauley's got a violent swing.
Yeah.
I would say Morgan's got a more controlled swing that she just hits it hard.
Yeah, she sure does.
Ployce. Jogenbach will get it over. Pino with a set in the middle. Little too far for everybody. Can't get the runner tip. Was McCauley. It's 4-3 Ledgers.
Yeah, we had not seen that very often in these 2 matches from Gabby Pino. That one just a little too tight to the net.
Knockbriner goes back to serve. 4-3 lead for the Ledgers. Pino with a back set to Gable. Gable off the arms, off the basketball hoop. Another kill for Gable.
Yeah, that time a full swing from Bailey Gable. And
you have a setter that can, someone who's supposed to be a setter that can do that. You're probably in a great position.
Yeah, and that's, going back to, that was kind of what we said about Waupun too, and I think Waupun obviously going to have a good season this year as well, but it's just, to have so much versatility really helps you.
Cotterin into the back row, Bassler to Gable. Cross court, McCauley off the hands. Good dig by Kuhn out of the back row. Going to have to be a free ball coming over. Bassler sets it up for Gable in the middle. Johnson, tip shot, dug out. Deep into the back row, Bassler gets to it and knocks it out of play. Smart play by Vercotterin.
Yeah, that was a really good spot, and it was Annalise Kuhn who was diving on the floor to keep that alive, and so she doesn't get any assist on that, but certainly was a big part of that one for the Ledgers.
Sienna Ployce to serve, 5-4 lead Ledgers. Gable with a cross-court set, McCauley off the hands. Good dig out of the back row by Stella Ployce. Tipped on over, Gable gets to it. Cross court for McCauley once again. This tip shot will go. Sienna Ployce couldn't get to it. Little miscommunication by her and Estella. It's 5-5.
Yeah, she immediately, as you mentioned, pointed at Estella and said, "I thought you were there," because that was another one on a tip that really probably should not have gotten down.
Free ball for the Ledgers. We're Connor in with the cross-court set. Violent swing by Gilgenbach. Blocked in the middle. That was the freshman Grotti.
Yeah, that was unmistakable with how everyone else reacted there, and the freshman gets a little love from her teammates.
McCauley serves off of Kuhn. Gilgenbach got to get it over. Set up, it's going to be a free ball coming for the Ledgers. Annalise Kuhn, an overpass. Cross court goes to Plime. She hits it off the high hands. Kuhn goes to the back corner and got it. Smart play by Annalise Kuhn once again.
Yeah, second time she's done that tonight. Once in the first set and now here in the second set. And she just saw those Spartans creeping up, and extreme high IQ play there from Kuhn.
Gilgenbach goes back to serve for the Ledgers. Bassler digs it out of the back row. Gable with a tip shot. Kuhn gets to it, hits it down the line once again. Someone moves. She finds the spot at 7-6 Ledgers.
Yeah, why mess around with a pass if you see an open spot and you have the confidence you can hit it? Might as well.
Gilgenbach back to serve again. Bassler digs it up. Gable will set. Cross court Plime with a tip runner. No good. Cutterin in the middle. Blocked off the high hands. Annalise Kuhn will get it back. Ployce gets it over. Dug out in the back row by Kensley McCauley. Over to Kendall Plime with a runner. Kuhn. 10-foot line knocked over by Gilgenbach. Gable with a tough set. Gets it over to Grotti. She'll roll it on over. Cotterin sets in the middle. That one way deep. And into the net we're going to have here. Can't see who it is. It'll be on number 4. Plime.
They really have not gotten Plime going today. You know, obviously McCauley up to 5 kills, but I can't remember a time that Plime got to, maybe once or twice, that Plime's gotten to really wind up and hit it.
8-6 lead Ledgers. Plime rolls it over from the 10-foot line, hits the antenna. It's 9-6 Ledgers.
Yeah, again, just it's off the back foot there for Plime, and it's hard to blame her at all for that.
And Coach Weiss sees the moment. She needs a timeout. We'll take it with them. We'll be back in 60 seconds on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Chef's Livestream.
Egg. Great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere, hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
Whether you enjoy the sunshine of summer with boating, jet skiing, UTV riding, mowing lawn, gardening, or camping, enjoy the leaves falling in autumn, getting to that perfect nature walk or hunting, or enjoying the...
Welcome back to the pit on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Ledgers lead 9-6. Johnson goes off the hands of Kuhn, knocked around in the air. Ployce gets to it. Gonna be a free ball coming over off the arms of Gilgenbach. Gable sets. Johnson off the official and into the net. Went, I believe, a Ledger. They will call it on, I think, or 2 fingers up. I can't, or 1-6 now. He's got so many numbers holding up. I think it was supposed to be 2-6. I think it was Sophie Schneider that it was called on.
Must have been.
That's what I'm going with.
Yeah, I looked down as soon as I saw the 2. I saw the 2 as you did. I looked down. There's no 2.
Nice dig out of the back row by Lauren Taylor.
Great
Ployce
pass.
with a beautiful swing and a beautiful pass. It's 10-7 Ledgers.
I mean, Annalise Kuhn has been dynamite for Springs here in this second set. Couple of kills that time, an underhand pass right on the money for Estella Ployce.
She'll go back to serve. Bassler digs it out. Set to Plime, and there you go. We talked about Kendall Plime not getting going. There's her shot. Hammers it in inside, just inside that left corner. It's 10-8.
Kendall Plime's thinking, about time. Finally got an opportunity to swing at one. Kind of in rhythm, too, and that's good stuff.
Cotterin sets to Stella Ployce. She had to roll it over. Pino sets in the middle. Finley Morgan, tip shot. Good dig by Berkotterin. Knocked over by Knockreiner. Pino with a set again to Morgan. She rips it inside the left line. Once again.
Not pancaking that one. Holy smokes. Morgan up to 7 kills. She leads all players tonight with those 7.
And they've all been to pretty much the same spot.
Yeah, she's gone to that corner a ton.
10-9, Pino to serve. Caught her into set. Off the hands, Knockreiner will get a kill. 11-9 Ledgers end the run.
Yeah, and obviously Knockreiner, she's got a tough assignment tonight in the middle, going up against both Johnson. Johnson's had a terrific match, as well as Finley Morgan, and not going to face a ton of middles as talented as these two. Although I shouldn't say that because there's a lot of good middles in the Flyweight Conference.
And that is one thing we've talked about.
Yeah.
The middles in this conference are unbelievable.
I mean, WLA, no one really is talking about them in terms of a Flyweight Conference race. There's an overpass, and Knockreiner just had to get her going, and she's got a couple here.
Largest lead of the day for the Ledgers. They're up by 4, 13-9 here in set 2.
But WLA's got a couple of really athletic middles. Jenna Petrowitz and others.
Knocked over, and look again. Annalise Kuhn finds that left line on a set over. Nobody home.
And their libero leads them in kills right now. Just not quite how you drew it up, but
Pino sets in the middle. Finley Morgan off the hands. Good dig from Annalise Kuhn. Gonna have to get it over.
She's doing it all.
McCauley sets middle. Outside the line. Going the wrong way was Finley. She needed to go to the left side, and all of a sudden the Ledgers have opened up a 6-point lead just like that.
Yeah, I'd be interested, obviously, to see live stats on this, what Finley's hitting percentage is, but she has been excellent tonight, and that's a kind of a collector's item tonight.
Tip shot, Stella Ployce. Berkotterin with the back set to Sienna Ployce off the hands, and double hit by Plime. All of a sudden it's a 7-point lead and a timeout taken by Coach Weiss. Probably much needed. 16-9 here in set 2. Ledgers lead. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
Constant snowfall hiking, four-wheeling, snowmobiling, traveling across the state, or just driving up and down your driveway, call PT Tire and Service for all your automotive and recreational needs. Call 920-346-TIRE. Located in Lamira, Wisconsin, Schaefer Auto is your go-to destination for quality used vehicles at unbeatable prices. Our mission is to provide dependable cars that fit your budget, and we take pride in offering a wide selection of makes, models, years, and mileage options. If the vehicle you're looking for isn't on our lot, don't worry. Our team is dedicated to finding exactly what you need. Visit Schaefer Auto for your next purchase, where we'll work with you to find a car tailored to meet your needs. Schaefer Auto.
Welcome back to the pit on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. You listen to Justin Schwartzmiller, Jordan King. Ledgers lead 16-9 in set 2, and a service error from Berkotterin. One of few in this second set. We haven't seen much.
Yeah, I haven't had one. Unless I missed one, I haven't seen one from either side.
We have had one yet. I don't think we've had an ace-sider in this set at all. And Scarlett Nitz comes back in to serve, where she's been pretty good. Overpass, tipped down, but kept alive by Knockreiner. She'll get it over. Bassler sets. Back. Gable with a roller. Kuhn tries to get another one, and she does. Off of a pair of hands. Someone moves out of that spot in that left corner, and the rotation, she's going right back there.
I tell you what, and I'm going to have cut Laconia a little slack here, because you're in the middle of a set. It's tough to adjust to this when you are normal. You're used to playing a certain way in the back row, but they gotta figure out a way to neutralize that.
High tip shot dug out by Gilgenbach. Back set for Sienna Ployce. Climb out of the back row to Pino. Set in the middle. Tip shot from Morgan. Gilgenbach. 10-foot line Ployce. Dug up by Plime very nicely. McCauley goes. Kuhn will get to that one. Berkotterin. Going to be a deep tip shot. Pino with a cross court. McCauley with the swing. just down the line.
That's you're not going to see a ton of high school athletes block that. You're just not. There's not that much space between the hand and the antenna, and
are we going to have
excellent. Stopping for a shoe tie, I think.
Shoe tie. 17-11. Caught her in with a cross-court set. Gilgenbach hammers it just on the line.
And Gilgenbach says, anything you can do, I can do. I mean, same exact swing down that line. We're seeing some high-level volleyball, especially from Springs here in this second set.
Knockreiner with the serve. Pino gets to it, gives it back to McCauley. Off the block, goes out of bounds, but they're going to say no touch.
Oh.
Going to say it hit the tape.
That's the second time that Laconia has found itself on the wrong side of that call.
19-11 now. Lead for the Ledgers.
Obviously,
Pino.
Impossible for us to tell from up here, but the reaction from the players has been pretty hot.
Dig from Bassler to keep it alive. Pino will try to set it over, rips it into the net. It's 20-11, another unforced error from the Spartans.
Yeah, Coach Weiss turned around. She's frustrated right now, and she's used both her timeouts.
Knockreiner serves into the back row, Bassler to Pino. Cross-court set, McCauley going to have to tip. She does, she finds the line. Nice tip by Kensley McCauley to be able to readjust her body. It's 20-12.
Yeah, McCauley kind of bailed Pino out there to a certain extent. That one was a little tight to the net again.
Bailey Gable goes back to serve for the Spartans. We're caught her in to the 10-foot line. Deep shot from Ployce, almost got it to go. Gable tips it over. We're caught her in with the back set to Sienna Ployce. Gable with the dig. Ball goes up, clears everybody out. Ball going to get knocked over. What a play by the Spartans, and it's going to fall.
And Coach Weiss loves that. There were a couple of players from Laconia that had to run off the bench and clear out to get out of the way. Great hustle.
I think Kendall Plime was the one to get to that one over at the bench. It got knocked over, went off the arms of the Ledger the wrong way. It's 2013.
I think it was Plime based on her reaction afterwards, yeah.
And an ace from Bailey Gable. It's 2014.
And this is part of what I believe makes Coach Weiss such a good coach. She is playing every single point with her girls out there right now. And you love a coach that goes to battle with you, right?
That one that just didn't go on the right side of the tape. You thought it might get the roll over. Stays on the Spartan side. 21-14 lead Ledgers.
Obviously untimely, but that is the first error of this second set.
Sienna Ployce to serve, and a back-to-back service errors. You trading points, not what the Spartans need, but with Kensley McCauley going back to the service line, they're in a good situation, down 6 though. McCauley to serve, Kuhn digs, we're caught her in with the set. Gilgenbach hammers it in the middle of the court. It's 22-15.
Yeah, Gilgenbach and Springs has all sorts of momentum right now. Third kill for the night for Gilgenbach.
She'll go back to serve for the Ledgers, 22-15 lead. In set 2, Bassler digs. Gable sets cross court to Kendall Plime. Good dig out of the back row by Gilgenbach. For Connor and over to Stella Ployce. Ployce way deep. A little bit too much on that one. It's 22-16.
Yeah, Springs needs to go on a run here, and Bassler, she had one spurt of 5 points on Tuesday. She's not really someone who's going to maybe get a ton of aces, but so far she's been very good in terms of just placing it in. And at this point, aces would be great, but you have to make sure your serves end up in. No errors at this point.
Rare error from Annalise Kuhn. She ripped that one out deep, 22-17. Lead for the Ledgers down to 5. Bassler, good dig right there from Gilgenbach for Connor and Kuhn. Free ball off the net, no good. It's a 4-point set, 22-18.
Upgrade your
Bassler must have heard me, and that one was excellent. Very well could have been an ace. And if you're Laconia, just force them to take a timeout and think about it.
22-18. Hug out of the back row by Sienna Ploys. Verkauteren sets to Schneider. Off the hands of Bassler. Probably should have just let that one go to McCauley. Tried to make the play. 23-18 now.
Yeah, I think Bassler is so used to being the last line of defense that, you know, you're right. I think that probably would have been the play. Nice job by Sophie Schneider, though, to find that spot for the Ledgers.
Kuhn to serve. Going to be a free ball coming over. If they can get it over, they do. Good job by McCauley to at least get it there. Bassler digs it up. Gable to set. 10-foot line. McCauley rips one off the arms. Banging around up top. Ploy's going to get it over. Free ball for the Spartans. Gable sets in the middle. Finley Morgan down the left side. Dug out by Sienna Ploys. Stella Ploys tips it over with a knuckle, and she goes into the net. It's back to a 4-point set. 23-19. We have a 23-19. Jordan's probably too old to get that joke.
I'm too old to get that joke.
It's from Toy Story. Or, no, not Toy Story. Monsters, Inc. Monsters, Inc. The sock is a 23-19.
All right. Well, hey.
You'll watch it with your kids.
We've watched it. We've watched it. It's a rare day that we don't get Toy Story someday, though. I'll say that much.
Runner tip from Plime. Stays out of the net. Verkauteren with the tip shot. Good dig from Bassler. Back set. Finds Plime. Pino goes down the line just like Kuhn and gets it to go. It's a 3-point set, 23-20.
First kill of the night for Gabby Pino, and as you said, just like Kuhn has done so many times. And now it's getting a little nervy for the Ledgers. They got to have one here. Got to get swing in rhythm here, in system.
Pino with the back set to Gable. Roll shot over deep in the line. And it's into the stands. It's a 2-point set. And I think we're going to see a timeout here. It's 23-21, and we will. Spartans on a big run right here. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
Living space for 2025. Your living room should be a place of comfort and connection. A sectional provides the perfect blend of style and function, giving you plenty of seating for family, friends, and relaxation. For 50 years and counting, Verhaeg's Furniture has been proudly serving the Waupun area at prices you can afford. Visit us today at 806 West Main Street, Waupun, and experience quality, comfort, and service you can trust. Visit our website at www.verhaegsfurniture.com. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to stay updated on our latest arrivals, events, and deals. Verhaeg's Furniture Mart, 50 years strong, quality you trust, prices you'll love.
Welcome back to the pit here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Gabby Pino with a 4-point stretch here at that line, and she's going to get an ace. Finds the middle of the floor. All of a sudden, it's a 1-point set, Jordan.
That was perfect. We throw perfect around a lot. That was perfect.
That went down the line, and it's played out of bounds. All of a sudden, we're tied 23 up.
Yeah, back-to-back for Gabby Pino, and I think we're going to get back-to-back timeouts. Yeah, 2 timeouts and 2 points, and we're tied. Unbelievable.
23-23. An unbelievable second set we got going on here at the pit. We're going to step aside and run a couple of ads. We'll be back after this on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live stream.
For over 120 years, Bristol Morgan Bank has served central Wisconsin communities. We're still here, not just as your financial partner, but as a community partner. Communities change over time. They grow, your business grows, your family priorities change. This is why, over the years, we've adapted to the needs of our customers. Offering digital tools for convenience, scheduling in-person appointments where and when it works for you, designing products to impact your financial future.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. 23-23 set goes to Stella Ploys off the block. Gable with her hands in there. Gilgenbach's got to get it over off the net. All of a sudden, the Spartans from down 7, actually down 9 at a point in this set, have come back. It's 24-23.
Incredible.
Pino stays at the line. Verkauteren knocks it up for Stella Ploys. Tip runner. Bassler to Pino in the middle. Finley Morgan off the block. Good block by Knockreiner. Tipped down by Bailey Gable. And the Spartans win set 2.
Wow, what do you say there? I mean, everything they needed to go right, and some help, obviously. They got it, and that is such a gut punch.
An 8-0 run to finish that set from the Spartans. We'll be back after these messages with some stats and unofficial stats on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
That's what community banks do.
Bryant, whatever it takes.
Trust AirTech Heating with all your home comfort needs. AirTech Heating, doing whatever it takes.
Planning a new building, whether it's commercial, ag, or residential, you need a building that will last. You need Pino. Our experienced design build team will make your vision a reality. After all, we've been doing it for over 45 years. To start your next project, go to PinoBuildings.com and you'll learn about the Pino difference. Pino, built better for future generations.
Angling-only guide service with Captain Jeremy Brenner.
Captain Jeremy Brenner here. We are the premier Lake Michigan salmon charter out of Sheboygan, Wisconsin. Each trip is 6 hours and includes fish cleaning. The cost is $400 per trip Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, and only $340 on weekdays for up to 6 people. I personally guarantee you will catch fish. The season runs June through Labor Day. Contact me at anglingonlyfishing@gmail.com to book today and check out my Facebook page, Captain Jeremy Brenner, Sheboygan Salmon.
Looking for a reliable roofing contractor? WIT Services has got you covered. With 5 years of experience, they specialize in everything from roof repairs to full replacements. Their team is dedicated to quality workmanship and customer satisfaction. Plus, they offer free estimates, so you know exactly what to expect. Whether it's a leaky roof or a complete overhaul, WIT Services is the go-to choice for all roofing needs. Don't wait. Reach out today. Coal Oil and Propane is committed to establishing and upholding lasting relationships with our respected customers. We pledge to provide exceptional and reliable service, exceeding your expectations, and are dedicated to continuous improvement, embracing and driving change to better serve you. Whether you need service for residential, commercial, or agricultural, Coal Oil and Propane has you covered. Our goals are simple: great products, competitive pricing, and reliable service. Contact Coal Oil and Propane for all your fuel and lubricant needs. Trust Coal Oil and Propane.
Welcome back here on Radio Plus Video Sports for Set 3, an improbable Set 2 win from the Spartans. Jordan, why don't you give us some mini stats from that?
Yeah, Kensley McCauley, 4 kills for Laconia, 3 for Finley Morgan. Both of those two have 7 on the night by my count. 2 kills for Bailey Gable, kill apiece for Gabby Pino and Kendall Plime. And then obviously two aces for Gabby Pino as well. So she more than made up for the one service error she had that kind of looked like it was going to put the set away. So she responded well. Annalise Kuhn had 4 kills from the libero spot in that second set.
Knockreiner goes deep to start for the Ledgers. 1-0 lead for the Spartans here in Set 3 with Gabby Pino at the line, who went on that big 8-point run to finish that set. Back set twice with a runner. And into the net, we have somebody going into the net. I think it's a Spartan. It'll be Kendall Plime. It is Ledger's point, 1-1. Stella Ployce will go back to serve.
So over the 2 sets there, put a bow on it, a 9-0 run with Pino at the service line. I know that's not technically how that works, but, anyways.
Good dig by Annalise Kuhn in the back row. Stella Ployce will hit it over from the back row. Knocked down by Finley Morgan in the middle.
Did Morgan get her hand on that?
She did.
Wow.
A block kill.
So athletic for Morgan. I don't know why I sounded surprised.
Scarlett Nitz comes in to serve. Awkward off the hands of Gilgenbach. Blocked in the middle by Gable. Blocked again by Gable. Actually, I think Morgan got to that one once
Morgan.
Again. Back-to-back blocks of swings from Riley Gilgenbach. It's 3-1. And not like those swings are very soft. Scarlet Nitz again struggling with good serves and not going to get it over. Ledger's struggling with the Nitz serve. Seems that she's been going to Gilgenbach and it's been rolling off her hands the wrong way.
That time it was Gable at the net that got her hand on that block. So also starting to see some blocks come into it here for Laconia, and there's an error.
Nitz goes on another 3-point run that ends in a service error from her.
You know, it's not the 5 or 6 that Coach Weiss would like, but you know what? Close, probably close enough for. That's difficult. I will say that for Nitz. And
Wouldn't matter. It was in anyways. It went off the hands, but McCauley goes high off the hands, finds the back line, 5-2 lead for the Spartans.
I got to imagine for Scarlet Nitz, it's got to be difficult to just come in, serve, go back to the bench. I mean, that's tough.
Sienna Ployce tries to go down the line. Good dig from Plime, knocked over by Gabby Pino. Schneider tipped over by Annalise Kuhn. Gable tries to go deep with it. Good play by Stella Ployce to keep it alive. Gilgenbach gets blocked by Gable again. 6-2 lead Spartans.
Yeah, and this third set has started about as poorly as it could have for the Ledgers after just giving up that big run in the second to end it. Now this is how this starts.
Ace for Finley Morgan. All of a sudden it's 7-2.
So Morgan up to 9 kills, handful of blocks, and 2 aces now for Finley.
That one off the hands of Stella Ployce. How about a back-to-back? 8-2 now. And Ledger's going to take their timeout, probably much needed. 8-2 lead Spartans. Big run we got going here. We'll be back after this from the pit on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams.
We at the Glamour Shop pride ourselves in having a fantastic team that offers unbeatable customer service at rates we can stand behind. Our motto has always been, let's talk about hair. We're a passionate, team-based salon where relationships with our clients are at the heart of everything we do. Our experienced stylists work with you to create the look you've always dreamed of. Whether it's a cut, color, or a fresh style, we invite you to experience the Glamour Shop difference. The Glamour Shop. Call for an appointment today.
Welcome
back here on Radio Plus Video Sports. Finley Morgan still at the line. 8-2 lead Spartans in set 3. Morgan with a serve. Annalise Kuhn with a big dig. Countering, gets it over to Gilgenbach. A high shot dug out of the back row. Pino will set it cross court. McCauley swings. Good dig from Ployce in the back row. Into the net went a Ledger. It'll be 16, I believe. Or I saw 26. I saw 1 and a 6, and then I didn't see the 2 in the beginning. Schneider goes into the net once again. That one ripped off the net by Morgan. It's 9-3 now.
So there you go. That was 4 points. So that one's a little more, again, a little more acceptable. It's not that you can't have the errors. You can't have like first.
And a rotational error. Second one of the day. This one on the Spartans this time. It's 9-4.
And Coach Weiss is asking what number, and we'll see if Coach Weiss wants to dispute it. Neither coach could believe when it was called. So I got to believe this is maybe an official who is just a little bit ticky-tack with some of this stuff.
Yep.
And early in the season, I mean, yeah, the rule's a rule, I suppose.
Gable with a big swing. Good dig from Stella Ployce. Annalise Kuhn gets it over Bassler to Pino. In the middle to Hayden Johnson off the block. We're countering cross-court set. Gilgenbach can't get the roll shot to go. Cross-court to Kensley McCauley off the block. Out of bounds. 10-4 lead for the Spartans.
That is number 9 for Kensley McCauley tonight. And obviously, I would say has been kind of quiet compared to Tuesday, right? But obviously, kills per set, she's nearing what she had on Tuesday. But that was the benefit. Sorry, Justin. That was the benefit to having those 2 setters out there. That one drifts just long for Gilgenbach and another point for Laconia. But that time, the previous point, Pino had been forced to dig it up, and it still allowed Laconia to stay in system.
Gable stays at the line. 11-4 lead Spartans. Kuhn with the back set to Gilgenbach. She'll just have to get it over. Bassler Back to Gable to McCauley off the hands of the block and out of bounds off the hands of Ployce. It's a roll shot that went off the top of the block and fell right to the floor. Stella Ployce got to a 12-4 lead now for the Spartans, and checking in will be Lindsay Morris for Sienna Ployce for the Ledgers. Gable.
McCauley the first into double figures, by the way.
And once again, we go 4 points from the Spartans and a service error.
Wash, rinse, repeat. 3 of those now.
Jogenbach goes back to serve for the Ledgers and a 12-5 lead for the Spartans. Climb to Gable, tip shot. Stella Ployce gets to it for counter and tips it over, finds the floor.
Yeah, not much else that Gable could have done with that at the net. She just had to tip that over, a free one to Springs, and that time the Ledgers capitalized.
Jogenbach serves the Plime once again. Gable goes cross court. McCauley rips it into the net, 12-7.
I think maybe just a fraction further off the net than McCauley would have loved it. And that's, she'll tell you she still should have gotten it over, but probably a reason.
Takes that one back out of the row. Grani goes with a cross-court tip shot, no good. Free ball coming over for the Spartans. Plime sets it up. Gable in the middle to Hayden Johnson. She rips one in the middle of the court. And into the net we had
Spartan
into the net.
What number? I'll be interested to see here.
Waiting for a number.
Yeah, they haven't indicated a number. That I would be quite frustrated. I didn't see anyone into the net there. I'd be quite frustrated if I'm Coach Weiss and if you're going to call someone into the net, you probably need to have a number.
Jogenbach goes off the top of the tape. Good dig by Kensley McCauley. Jogenbach keeps it up. Annalise Kuhn to Ployce, and she'll knock it over for a free ball. Gable with a set in the middle to Johnson once again. A deep shot. Kuhn gets to it. We're countering cross court. Ployce gets blocked out of bounds. It's 12-9. Ledgers with the big run here. They're calling that one in.
Oh, that was the line judge said in. That was way out. I mean, this has to be a point for the Ledgers.
I think she messed up her call. She messed up her call. She's saying it was out, and then
she just said, yeah, it's out as she was pointing her flag down, and Springs coach said. So there we go. We got it sorted there. Nice little run here from Gilgenbach. This was 12-5, so she's going on a nice little run here to get Springs back into this, and it's been a very good response from the Ledgers.
Set 3, 12-9 lead for the Spartans. Ledgers back to serve with Gilgenbach again. McCauley to Gable. Back to McCauley. That one off the hands of Gilgenbach, going to fall out of bounds. Outside the antenna anyways, it's 13-9. Good response from Kensley McCauley and the Spartans.
After 3 kills in the first set, she has 4 in the second and third, and we're still barely underway here in the third.
Kuhn digs that one up. Tipped over by Ployce. Almost a little bit of a miscommunication. Tip shot from Plime. Getting to it for countering. Schneider tries to get it over deep, but too deep. It's 14-9 Spartans.
That was great hustle by the Ledgers. They've found some good things in the second and third sets here after that first set kind of went awry.
McCauley a tad bit deep. Missed the arms of Lauren Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor waited for the last possible minute to get the hands out of the way, but she did, and a good job by her.
That'll send Kuhn back to serve. Off the hands of Plime. Back to Plime from Gable. Rips it through the block. Off the hands. 15-10. Plime has had a quiet night by her standards compared to what she had the other night, but the consistency's been getting there as the sets have rolled on.
Yeah, and some of it really, she just hasn't gotten that many sets tonight. That's part of the reason, but she's got 2.
Tip shot from Plime, and she knocks that one down again. 16-10, back-to-back kills for Kendall Plime.
Yeah, she had 9 the other night, but way more opportunities. They were feeding that outside against Waupun, and they found more success going to the middle here against Springs.
Knockreiner with the tip. Grady goes cross court. Another tip coming from Plime. That one dug out. Cross court goes to Stella Ployce off the block. And Grady in on the block once again.
That's Grotti's second block kill, and just a freshman, and can see why she gets some time here. Big frame and very athletic at the net.
17-10 lead now for the Spartans. Kuhn knocks it over. Morgan sets the gable. Back to Finley Morgan. Inside the right line once again. This time she goes to the opposite corner. It's 18-10. That should put her in double digits, right, Jordan?
That's number 10 for Finley Morgan. She's also got 3 aces to go along with it. She's been involved in several blocks as well.
Bassler goes back to serve. 18-10 lead. Taylor digs it up. Counter and sets the ploys. And she goes into the net. Ain't gonna matter. Grotti was there anyways. It's 19-10. And timeout taken by the Ledgers. Spartans lead 19-10. We'll be back after these messages on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams from the pit.
The Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse. Here at Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, we are proud to provide South Central Wisconsin with the most beautiful flowers and freshest fruits and vegetables. In the fall, we have many varieties of squash and pumpkins, to just name a few. We are also proud to offer one-of-a-kind gifts like hanging baskets, iron hangers, decorative planters, and concrete statuary. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook for more info and pictures. So come on out to Hooksha's Market and Greenhouse, located on Highway A between Fox Lake and Randolph, and you'll be glad you did.
Katie's Log Cabin is a great place to stop for lunch or dinner. Grab one of the daily specials or check out the full menu. Katie's Log Cabin specials include Tuesday is pizza, Wednesday is wings, Thursday is a rotating special, Friday and Saturday is fish fry, Saturday is also prime rib, and Sunday is a broasted chicken dinner. Not in the mood for a special?
Welcome back here to the pit on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's Live Streams. 19-10 lead for the Spartans. Make that 20-10 on a rare error from Annalise Kuhn today for the Ledgers.
Yeah, and you don't hate the idea of just trying to be aggressive at this point in time. It's going to take some special swings to get Springs back into this. But as they, so rudely found out in that second set, this lead is not unsurmountable.
Tipped over by Bailey Gable, and she'll get another kill. It's 21-10.
Yeah, Gable's had a couple of kills. She's got 6 tonight. I think 2 of them have come on swings. Other than that, she's just been very smart about when to use that tip, and it's been very, very effective.
Sienna Ployce checks back in for the Ledgers. 21-10. Josie Bassler to serve. Dug out by Sienna Ployce. Kuhn can't get it over. Bassler continues her run at the line. Jogenbach will check back in. Lauren Taylor will come out. 3 points needed for the Spartans to win in straight sets. 22-10 lead. Bassler back at the service line. Stella Ployce digs it out of the back row. Set back to Ployce off the hands. Bassler going to have a tough play to get to it. Off the ceiling, McCauley's going to get it over.
Oh, great hustle.
Back to Knockreiner off the block. Grotti gets to it. McCauley gets to it again. Going to be a tough one to get it over, and Plein falls into the net for about the 3rd or 4th time tonight. It's 22-11.
Yeah, and Coach Weiss has some, words of encouragement there and coaching, but I don't think she can be too terribly mad with the hustles shown by Kendall Plein there.
Counter and serve, set in the middle for Finley Morgan. Off the arms of Annalise Kuhn, 11th kill of the day from Finley Morgan.
Yeah, and if you send a single block to the middle, Morgan's her footwork's too good. She's too athletic, too coordinated it's just really tough.
Gabby Pino goes back to serve, rips it into the net, and from perspective of what happened with service errors the other day with Laconia, not a ton today. They've really cleaned that up and started conference play.
Yeah, 5 of them here in set number 3, but several of them have come here as, and again, I don't think Coach Weiss will excuse the lack of focus, but I think there's been a lack of focus with the big lead here in the 3rd set.
Pino sets in the middle. Morgan with a high swing off the tape. No block needed. 23-13, 4 hits on the Spartans.
But sets 1 and 2, just 3 errors combined in those 2. So that, certainly it's been cleaned up.
Gable gets it over. Countering sets to Gilgenbach. A roll shot on over into the back row. Kensley McCauley out of the back row off the hands of Annalise Kuhn. It's 24-13.
Was that McCauley again?
That was McCauley again, and that'll bring
number 5 for her in the third set.
And you see the students holding up one for one more point. Scarlett Nitz comes in to lock it down here in set 3 for the Spartans to win in straight sets. Gilgenbach with the dig. Set in the middle, back to Gilgenbach. Tip shot. Pino will go cross court to McCauley. McCauley off the arms of Stella Ployce. And miscommunication knocked over by Stella Ployce. Pino in the middle. Finley Morgan just outside the line. 24-14. That'll bring Kendall Plein back in and Knockreiner back to serve for the Ledgers.
It's been that, though, that angled shot from Morgan. She's been so good with it tonight, and, I mean, you're going to have some of those.
And a tip shot to finish it. 12th kill of the day for Finley Morgan. Fitting that's how it ends. 25-14 win in set number 3 for the Spartans. Jordan, we might as well just give a little bit of a recap right away and talk through everything before we get those interviews, because we know they're going to want to talk in between.
Yeah. 25-12, 25-23, 25-14 if you're just joining us. The final score in the sweep for Laconia. Obviously the big storyline here, I think, Justin, is the fact that you had that big deficit in set number 2. And, I mean, that has to be the big story as we kind of talk about this one. Winning that, taking care in the third set. Obviously, a good night for the Spartans. Couple of final numbers for you. Finley Morgan with 12 kills. Kensley McCauley with 12 kills. 6 for Bailey Gable. 3 apiece for Kendall Plein and Hayden Johnson. And 2 for Addison Grotti. And Gabby Pino had 1 during that big run that Laconia made in that second set. So, as we mentioned, the final, a sweep, 25-12, 25-23, 25-14. Couple of numbers for you for St. Mary's Springs. 5 kills for Annalise Kuhn, 4 for Estella Ployce, 3 for Riley Gilgenbach, 2 apiece for Allie Verkateren, and 2 for Morgan Knockreiner as well. So those are the final stats for you from the pit here tonight. It's a sweep for Laconia.
We're going to step aside, run a couple of ads, come back with some interviews here on Radio Plus Video Sports in cooperation with Jeff's live streams. Spartans win in straight sets. We'll be back with interviews after this.
Katie's has you covered with full menu options, appetizers, salads, wraps, pizzas, and sandwiches. Katie's Log Cabin Restaurant in Oakfield. Life is better at the cabin.
Rediscover the hometown lumberyard experience in your own backyard. Hi, this is Dave, third generation of the family-owned and operated Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira. I welcome you to experience what the hometown lumberyard has to offer. Better products, better advice, better service. From one O-ring to all the building materials to build a house, we had the products to get the job done. Hardware, plumbing, electrical, paint, lawn and garden, automotive, bird, and so much more. Come experience what your hometown lumberyard has to offer. Lidke Lumber True Value in downtown Lamira, where the tracks cross Main, or online at lidkelumber.com.
Municipal Well and Pump began over 100 years ago, one community and one relationship at a time. Employee owned, employee accountable, a personal stake in every project. Today, we are the largest well and pump contractor in the region. Our customers know us as honest people who treat them as people. We believe every family deserves clean, abundant water. To us, nothing is more important. We might not always be the lowest priced option, but integrity and dependability can be rare. And in this vital industry, prioritizing a quality experience creates lifetime relationships. Municipal Well and Pump. We care about keeping clients connected to water.
At the Pioneer Keg, great food meets a fun atmosphere. Dive into their full menu featuring award-winning cheese curds and our homemade pizzas that are simply irresistible. Try the famous Brewmaster Challenge, where the food takes center stage. And if it's Friday, get ready for our amazing Friday fish fry. Check out our relaxed atmosphere. Hang with friends, where everyone has a good time. Come thirsty, come hungry, and leave happy. The Pioneer Keg, 122 South Milwaukee Street, Theresa, Wisconsin.
PT Tire and Service has been at 301 East Clark Street in Brandon for over 20.
Welcome Welcome back here to the pit. Jordan King with you, post-game show here on Radio Plus Video Sports and Jeff's live streams. Starting here with Bailey Gable. Bailey, obviously starting off in conference play, heavyweight matchup against Springs. You kind of got things going there, a couple of kills in every set. Just talk about what worked well for you guys tonight in what was a big match.
I like to really set our middles. They can really hit hard. They got a single block, and they can really hit around it. And just over-communicating and playing as a team.
What are you looking for when you go up there and you tap it across, and you found the soft spot in their defense a couple of times, got a couple of kills?
I mean, their libero picks up a lot. So I look at where the libero is. I saw she was pinched this way, so I kind of pushed it towards the center more, get her to move around a little bit.
Bailey, congrats on the win. We'll let you hand it off to Finley here.
Thank you.
All right, Finley, congrats on the win. 12 kills for you. Obviously, as Bailey said, she tried to get you guys going early in the middle. You had a terrific night, so did Hayden. Just talk about, obviously, a rivalry match to get things going here, and just how important this win was for you guys.
Yeah, it's really important. It's definitely this big school rivalry for us. It always brings lots of people in, and it's always fun to get the crowd going. And we got a new team this year pretty much, and it's just great to see what we're made of.
Obviously, Kuhn, their libero, excellent. Couple of times she dug up some good shots from you and Kensley and your offense. Just how important was it to just kind of stay the course and know that if you find your spots, you're gonna get your kills?
Yeah, she's definitely good, and coming in this game, we knew that. We knew we couldn't serve her. Just try to keep the ball away from her, make someone else dig up a ball, and I think that was really important in our offense. 3
aces for you tonight. I know serving was a big point of emphasis after Tuesday. Just talk about how important that's going to be for you guys throughout this year.
We're definitely a strong serving team. I think if we just work on it a little more, it'll be really helpful. If teams can just send the ball and we get a free ball over, it'll be really helpful.
Congrats on the win, Finley. We'll let you hand it off there to Kensley. Kensley, 13 kills match number 1, 15 kills on Tuesday. You had 12 more tonight. Good start to the season for you. Just talk about the confidence that your teammates have in you, and obviously what that means to you. And good start to the season, right?
Yeah. I think they definitely do have a lot of confidence in me. Like Josie Basler, even if I get down, she always comes back to hype me up. And yeah, I don't know. They all I don't know.
With how deep you guys are, I mean, you look up and down the stat sheet here. Gabby even got in the action here tonight with a kill. Just talk about how deep you guys are, how much confidence you have in your teammates, that they can get the job done too.
That's a hard question. Wait, repeat
So
it.
just talking about how deep you guys are and how much confidence you have in the rest of your teammates that they can get the job done.
Oh, yeah, we definitely have a lot of confidence in each other. Like, even when we go in the huddles, we talk about, just get the next one, and, we always can put it down right away and trust each other.
Kensley, congrats on the win. We'll let you hand it off to Coach there. All right, Coach. We talked about it on Tuesday with the serving. Obviously, late in that set, maybe a few that maybe the mentality wasn't quite right there, but early in the first and second set, just 3 service errors. Seems like you guys cleaned it up tonight.
Yeah, that was our main focus last night at practice, and I mean, they're listening to us. I think we had 8 total service errors, and we're in the double digits earlier, so hopefully we keep chipping away and keep solidifying that on our offensive end, so that way we're ready to play.
Talking to Bailey, she said we wanted to get our middles involved early, with a single block, and Finley had a great night. Hayden had a great night as well out of the middle. Just their versatility. I know both of them are incredibly athletic. You've been blessed with a lot of good middles here, Tierney last year, but just talk about their play tonight.
I mean, when we scouted them, we saw that if you run a 2-ball, they only put 1 block up, and our girls are athletic, and we know that they can put a ball down with 1 block, and we work every night, hitting corners. So we knew that would be a weakness in their defense, and we executed that part of the plan.
This is a big rivalry, kind of unusual. Kind of seems unfair to have it this early in the season. Just take me through that second set in the, what your message was to the girls, because you didn't use that second timeout when maybe you could have. And
didn't I use 2?
Maybe you did. I thought the score. Maybe you did. I thought the scoreboard said 1, but What was the message there late in that set? And obviously an 8-0 run to end it, kind of coming back from the dead, it seemed like, and then you rolled in the third.
Yeah, I mean, I brought him in, and like, there's a way to play volleyball, and there's a way not to, and they're just throwing balls over on 1, on 2, and it felt like I was playing, Thursday night in the bar league, and that's not what volleyball's about. And I said, like, what volleyball means to us and what we expect when it comes to volleyball. And I said, you should be mad that they're not playing it the right way. So go out there and show them what Laconia volleyball is and how we execute the plan and play the game the right way.
During that run, you could highlight any number of players, but Gabby was at the service line. I know she had a couple loose sets in the start of that second set. To rebound, go on that big run. I think she had an ace or two somewhere in there, and just a big performance to bounce back for her.
Yeah, Gabby's probably our most consistent server, and last week we were talking about, like, she hits the spots, she does what she's supposed to do, and that showed, like, the importance of being able to hit your spots and what I'm calling, and so we can pick on them and make sure that we get free balls back so we can execute.
Coach 1-0 always feels good. I'm sure it feels extra nice to get a win over the Ledgers and get this season started off the right way. Congrats.
Thank you.
Appreciate it, Coach. We'll take that, and we'll send it back up to Justin up there in the broadcast booth. He'll finish things out up there. Jordan King down here saying so long. Appreciate our three players and Coach stopping by here for the post-game show. Send it back up to you, Justin.
Welcome back here on, up in the pregame or post-game booth. Over on Jeff's live streams, we like to give a prayer after every match. But overall, what a great win for the Spartans in 3 straight sets. It faced a little bit of adversity in set 2, found a way to get it done. After being down 8 at a point in that set, they come all the way back. They go on an 8-0 run to finish the set, win that one 25-23, 25-12 in the first set, and 25-14 in the second set. Hopefully Ellen Nuss is all right. I did see that she continued, or ankle, or I believe it was an ankle injury. She comes back from that is okay. Obviously, never want anybody to get hurt, but we did see that a little bit, and hopefully she's all right. But again, Jordan, overall the Spartans, I would say in the second set they found a way to win that set, but the dominant performance in the first and third set.
Yeah, first set is, that's always nice to have. I think the third set was certainly part of that came from the momentum that they gained in that second set, and it's just so hard for any team. But Springs there has. How do you respond to that? And we were talking kind of during the break. It's like, what do you even say if you're a coach in that impossible spot, right? You give up an 8-0 run to end that second set. It's very hard to bounce back from that. Laconia took advantage, credit them, and they get the sweep.
It's a very hard, very, very hard. What do you say? We don't know what to say. Obviously we're not coaches, so we
that's why they get paid more than us.
Yeah, we definitely have.
I shouldn't say that.
No idea.
Coaches deserve to get
paid more than us.
In
yes,
high school,
probably yes.
That's how it goes.
But nonetheless, Jordan, Spartans win. We got
big
football coming tomorrow. Big games of football. I can see if I think I might be able to add in a schedule of at least what we got going on. I think we have both silos here. Got to make sure sometimes
as you're doing that, I'll just once again, we kind of promoted it in the pregame, but we'll be back here on Saturday as well, and it's a massive schedule on Saturday, and we're gonna have five matches on Saturday. Pacelli Catholic's here from up in Stevens Point area. We talked about Lake Country Lutheran, who's always one of the top teams in the state. Their volleyball tradition is as rich as any at this division level. And countless others that'll be here. Really good competition coming in here to the pit, and they'll get to show off the new facilities to even more people.
So Friday, tomorrow, we'll be back. Jeff will be back here. St. Mary Springs takes on Laconia, and while back-to-back days of conference rivalry matchup for fall sports at least. And another crosstown rivals. We got Lamira Campbellsport coming
Battle
at you.
of 67.
And just a fun time. I'm excited to be back there. I called that game last year at Campbellsport. It was a very good game at Campbellsport. You're going to have a good one on your docket tomorrow. Mayville WLA.
Yeah, really looking forward to that one.
And as well, we'll have Waupun and Ripon on Radio Plus as well. Some great rivalry games for football we got this week. You're saying the Laconia. pretty much every conference game we got is a rivalry matchup.
Yeah, and the one that probably doesn't technically meet that is WLA Mayville, but I'll tell you what, WLA always has a chip on its shoulder. After 2 years ago, they go in as a 1 seed and get bounced by the 8th seeded Mayville Cardinals. So I know it's one that's always one that's circled for WLA, and I'm sure that'll be the case again this weekend. So I'm looking forward to. No one covers this area this time of year better than RP Video Sports and Jeff's live streams, and excited to be part of that once again coming up tomorrow.
So, and again, when Saturday we had the tournament here. We also have 8-man football and our conference matchup between Wayland and Oakfield. And Oakfield is rolling right now in 8-man football. They rolled over Phillips last week 47-20. They rolled over Elkhart Lake Glen Beulah in week 1 48-0. The offense is going. The defense has been great. I tell you what, I mean, I had never watched 8-man football before. I'd never seen it. I mean, Jeff covered it last year, but I was always covering the 11-man stuff. It is fun to watch.
Sure is. It's a lot of space out there.
A lot of space. And, you know, for Oakfield, when you got a guy who's 6'7" on the outside and a guy who's 6'3", throw it up.
There's less space when those guys are out there.
I had an official look at me and say, "You can't teach height," after they threw it up to Bile on the outside, and I said, that's football right there.
Yeah, and by the way, Bo Bile is listed at 6'7". I watched him play basketball against Jake Bresky, who's 6'8". There's no way Bo Bile is 6'7". I've never seen a program list a guy shorter. Bo Bile is at least 6'8". He might be 6'9". So yeah, when you got guys like that, that certainly helps. And it sounds like Oakfield's having a tremendous year, and shocked. Color me shocked.
Exactly. I want to thank everyone for tuning on in tonight. We'll be back on air. I will be at least in Campbell Sport tomorrow, or in Lamar tomorrow, probably at about 6:30 for the pregame show. On Jordan, I think yours will start at 6:15.
6:15 tomorrow on RP Video Sports. Looking forward to that.
So we'll be streaming on both again tomorrow, RP Video Sports and Jeff's live streams for the football game that I will be covering. I want to say thank you to everybody for tuning in. God bless and have a great night.
Radio Plus Sports and Jeff's live streams would like to thank our sponsors.
Hoekstra's Greenhouse, Sam's Well Drilling, Katie's Log Cabin,
Generations Lanes and Angling Only, PT Tire and Service, Pino Construction,
Verheg's Furniture Mart, Glamour Shop, Schaefer Auto,
Airtech, Coal, Oil, and Propane, WIT Services,
Pioneer Keg, Lidke Lumber, Municipal Well and Pump,
All Phase Heating and Cooling, Integrity Saw and Tool.